सर इसको VS कोड में भी कर सकते हैं ना?
Yes, you can open in your VS Code, but you have to basically install all the libraries there. In order to make it quick and fast, uh, I prefer to use Google Colab जब आपको demonstrations कर रहे होते हैं, क्योंकि आप libraries भी install कर सकते हैं and then it's quick, right? So, but you can
Thank you.
use you can generate your local environment as well, and I'll get to that point in the next session as well. Okay.
Okay.
Hey guys, let's get some hands-on on developing some sort of backend or core uh, uh, core technology behind developing these chat apps. So in this case, we are going to use two libraries or two methods. One is the Pandas AI, other one is the LangChain. For your benefit, Pandas AI is a library which basically brings AI into your Pandas data frame or Polaris data frame. So it basically like the way you do DF. So as it can, you can use df.chat to basically ask questions in a human way, and it tries to answer as close to your question possible. And underneath this one, the cycle is the same as we have discussed earlier. It will generate a Python code, and it will run Python code to basically answer your question. Okay, so uh, both of these libraries, they support different models, huge amount of models they can support. They can support chat gpt, google palm, open source models, azure, and different models. Okay, so what you need to have for this notebook to run, you need to have some basic understanding of pandas, python, and you need to have access to the api key to make this work. Okay, let's connect this first. So here you can click this thing, and it will connect to or generate some allocate some resources for you to run this notebook. By the way, Google Colab offers a generous T4 GPU free as well, so you can try. Let's do installing few libraries. So we install pandas AI. We install another library called light LLM, text generation, laguru, and langchain. Not all of them are needed, but just do it. Okay, so let it run. So when it says restart runtime, so basically we can restart the runtime to make these libraries available. All right. Okay, let's wait this one. And uh, for this demo sessions, we set it up OpenAI API, so you can go and generate your own API keys, or you can use the one I have provided for this workshop only. Okay, so we have done. Let's do the restart. We say yes, and you can clean this output so it looks nice. All right. Okay, and also if you want to try Hugging Face, then you can use API key from the Hugging Face as well. Let's import some libraries. Okay, so here we are going to clear any cache or anything comes with the pandas AI. So first case, we are going to use some models with pandas AI, and I have also tested with light LLM. So if you can want to use with light LLM, then you can use. So we have to put our API key. I think our API key is this one. So we're done, and let's go here. So we import libraries. Okay, so we have a sample data frame here, and then we have OpenAI key. We basically call a model LLM, and model name is GPT 3.5, and we create a smart data frame like this, and then you have a prompt or a question, and then you can say df.chat prompt, and it will generate some answer. Okay, so it's printing something because I have just wanted to see output how it looks like, and yeah, so it does, and then it will create some response. Okay, so you can see here, so this is the prompt with the data frame. Okay, and it says that you have to do da da da. It generated this one, and then it generated the whole output. And yes, okay, let's do what the response it says. So its response generated this one. So our question was what are the top 5 happiest countries, okay, and it generated these top 5 happiest countries. So if you want to see how data looks like, we can say df dot head. So this is the data. We don't have df here, I think we have because it's a smart one, so we want to see this one, right? So now df is our smart data frame. So let me try this one and then say what is df. All right, so this is the data frame, and we wanted to see top 5, and here we get top 5. All right, so this is one example, and in the next example where we want to use OpenAI using Pandas AI, so again we are going to use our API key, which is this one. So you can basically try with different models. So you can either try OpenAI from a light LLM or from LangChain or from Pandas AI. So I tried with different ones. So again, the same procedure. Your key, you call the LLM, you create smart data frame, and then you ask the question. All right, let's try this one. So see, the simple logic is very simple, right? But the problem is that there are a lot of understanding behind this one. Okay, so here you can see the response, top 5. Again, your response, and then you get some sort of if you want to include callbacks, it's one of the feature in Pandas AI. So if you go here, then you will see your callbacks here. So various callbacks, you can try various callbacks. Yep, so this one is a callback with the OpenAI call, where we can see for this particular call how much money did we spend. All right, so you want to track your money as well. Again, with the light LLM, you have this option as well. Similarly, you can try different models. Wizard coder, text generation is the same procedure. I'm not going to run this right now. You can try star coder again. So you need a Hugging Face API key. This is simple, but based on my experience, star coder doesn't give you better results. And again, we can try the Falcon model by TIA. So let's see if I can try that one. So let me try my Hugging Face API key. I'm exposing this key too, so don't misuse this, please. Okay, so see, they will be different when using different models. The results could slightly be different. Let's see how it goes. Sometimes the model is not loaded, so it takes time, because this is open source, sort of free.
सर जो भी मॉडल हम इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं उसके रिस्पेक्टिव हम एपीआई की इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं ना?
Exactly. ठीक है, no code found. So see, this model didn't give you the proper results. What could be the reason? You have to basically go, maybe the model is not uh, loaded yet, or some other issues. So I tried with Falcon, it was working, but I don't know. All right, so that's one of the thing I mentioned earlier, that most of the times we will be using OpenAI क्योंकि उसके results जो हैं they are better. uh, and yeah, so even I tried with Google Palm API. It was doing some good results, but not all the time. Okay, yeah. So yeah, here you have more examples to run. Okay, so we have all the examples. So let's say we want to run this this prompt. Okay, let's try that. It's still running. No code again, I think. Okay, nah, it's some issues, right? So you can try with your key maybe. So let's run this one. Okay, so df.smart, and my prompt is generate bar plot. Okay, of loans paid by men. And so now I asked to generate a plot, and let's see what it comes back with. Okay, so it's a plot, right? So question is generate a bar plot of loans paid by men and women. Okay, so he says gender, so female and male, but our question was loans paid. Okay, so these are greens are the paid off, and blue are the collection, and the other collection paid off. Okay, we asked only these green lines as from my understanding, but it added this information as well because it couldn't understand. So the code generated was to basically plot the loans with this one. So that's the, and you can basically see the code or the intermediate steps what's happening, as we have seen in the first example, right? कि जी इसमें हमने देखा कि जो कोड वो जनरेट करेगा वो भी आपको बताएगा कि उसने कोड क्या जनरेट किया है। ठीक है, ये सारा जो इसने कोड जनरेट किया हुआ है यहाँ पे, ऑलराइट, कि जिसने ये कोड जनरेट, ये सारा आपको आप इंटरमीडिएट स्टेप्स जो हैं वो भी आप बेसिकली इसके प्रिंट करवा सकते हैं कि वो कैसे हैं। फॉर दैट यू हैव टू गो थ्रू दिस पेंडस एआई डॉक्यूमेंटेशन, और इसमें आपको काफ़ी इन्फॉर्मेशन जो है वो अवेलेबल होगी। ऑलराइट, ओके, सो आपने प्लॉट भी कर लिया जनरेट, वो भी कर लिया। अब ओके, सो दिस इज दैट with these sort of notebooks you play with, you develop your application, और उसके जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं जो भी चीज़ें हैं वो आपने करनी है। ठीक है, अब फॉर एग्जांपल आपने टेस्ट करना है तो देन यू नीड टू हैव योर टेस्ट बेंच, कि जी आपने क्वेश्चन किया है कि हाउ मेनी लोन्स वर पेड 247। ओके, एंड रिमेंबर व्हेन वी वर डूइंग दिस डेमो द आंसर वाज 247। so you have to have some sort of manual evaluation of your system as well. Okay, so इस तरह आप अपना छोटा कोड लिख के इसको टेस्ट कर सकते हैं एप्लीकेशन को बिफोर गोइंग इनटू प्रोडक्शन। ऑलराइट, ओके, सो दिस इज वन वे कि हम पेंडस एआई को उसकी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन यूज करके हम जो है एप्लीकेशन जो बना सकते हैं। देयर इज अनदर वे which comes with LangChain library. LangChain is a popular framework developing application powered by large language models. So and I think we all should learn about LangChain. So here I have included a link about the topic कि LangChain में कैसी implementation है pandas data frame. Okay, so basically you can go there, you can read, and then you can basically implement your logic here. Okay, so you import these libraries. Again, the model we are going to use is a chat OpenAI, and then you read your data, and let's see how the data looks like. Okay, and yes, OpenAI key, and you run your model. Okay, and again uh, you have question. Okay, I have implemented in a way that you can basically drop down your questions. Okay, so let's see this one, and then we do run the response. Okay, so it's generated this code. This is the code actually, it will run, and it says 53 loans from women that have been paid. In our manual code here we have seen that uh, the loans paid by women 53, so this is good answer, right? This is good answer, it's giving you the answer. All right, so similarly you can ask questions and basically get your results and put that back engine into your application. All right. So let's conclude this session. In this session, what we did, or we encourage all the people to do, is to have a playground in Jupyter Notebook or any other framework where you can basically debug your code and somehow see the results generated by these applications are correct with your manual validation. And because this is simple app, so you don't need a lot of code. But when you are developing some practical business applications, you need a lot of debugging and a lot of integration of different functions together. Okay, so that's uh, conclude our session on this uh, hands-on building playground, and we go to the next session in a while.